And can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. It is an all new drinks to words by
Ooh. It has been a good while.
a
We
hot
had plans,
minute.
and all those plans kind of just faded away.
A hot minute, as the kids would say.
Is that what you're saying now?
I don't know.
Saying demure? They're like, what the fuck is demure?
I don't know. I don't know. I saw that word and I'm like, why are people using this word? What
Yeah,
what what internet trend started this?
I don't know. Maybe we can find a Gen Z person to fucking be on here with us and just give us the.
Exactly. If you are Gen Z and you listen to podcasts or watch them on YouTube, feel free to contact us, drinkswordsby at gmail.com, and help us out with what's going on in the internet world. And help us find out what Demure is. I can look it up on the internet, as a matter of fact. We could
You know, we should we're in the limelight, so to speak.
a
We
very
should
low light.
very low,
Yeah,
fucking black light.
yeah.
We should be up to date with what's going on in today's world. We're hip. We're cool.
All right, I'm looking it up. Let's see. Okay, so obviously this comes from the TikTok, and it says the very demure, very mindful phrase took over the internet after LeBron shared a TikTok video on August 2nd showing how she styles her hair and makeup for work. In the clip, which has garnished 47 million views, she describes her appearance as very demure, very mindful. So,
Is
what
demure an actual word?
demure is a word. I
Okay,
believe.
I thought so. So it doesn't it just mean what I think it means? Demure is like kind of like very posh, very like
Let's look it up right now. Demure meaning affected affectedly modest or shy, coy, coy, ladies and gentlemen.
coy. So coy, gotcha. It means coy.
Yes,
So it's an actual term that the young kids just started using because they found it. That's all that it is.
that's it.
Somebody's teaching vocabulary on TikTok. It's a trend.
I mean, we need to be on TikTok, David Macias.
You know what? I was like, we got to bring good words back, like hodgepodge.
Yes.
A hodgepodge.
Oh man. Well,
Or indubitably.
so I guess it's been a while since we've done this, but let's get to the drinks. What are we drinking today?
I'm actually having a beer, little Voodoo Ranger Imperial.
Mm.
Yeah, we had to go run an errand today. Um, my wife's car had a nail in it, so we had to go get that patched up. And the nail shop was right next to 7-Eleven. So I was like, you know what? Let's pick up a 7-Eleven pizza for breakfast and a beer.
David, you are the epitome of health. 7-Eleven pizza and beer. I love it. I love it.
I'm not being demure about my big problems. Look boy here.
How is 7-Eleven pizza? I mean, I see people eating it from now and then. I want to get the.
It's inexpensive and I mean it gets the job done. I think people start like they start feeling very fucking like uppity, like, oh, I can't eat 7-Eleven pizza. It's like, dude, if you've eaten frozen pizza before, you school lunches, those were frozen pizza. You grew up on frozen pizza. Shut the fuck up. You love those things. If I put a fucking school lunch pizza in front of you right now, you would gobble it up. So shut up. If it's from 7-Eleven, ah, ick, bro.
Oh man, yeah. Wow. Okay, got it. There it is, folks. There's the review that you've been waiting for, clamoring for about 7-Eleven pizza.
It's
So
inexpensive. No, actually, because you know why? Because they have those little pieces of pepperoni, like they did in the school lunches.
Mhm.
Kind of like a nostalgia thing. They have like big regular pepperonis, and they get the little square chubby ones. So it's a nice little bites. Ooh, childhood when it was easier.
I didn't have to worry about anything. Yeah.
Eh, Yeah,
Although our childhood, I feel like it was very my so-called life. You know what I mean? Everything was, emotional. Everything was, on the cusp of, teenage angst, if you will.
I don't know if it was to that extent for me anyway. I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's just like never went to that extreme though. Mind
Yeah.
you, that did one season because it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
We had 8 characters on TV. How dare you? That are actually gay. Not the gay people that pretended not to be gay. The actual,
Uh, well, for me, I am having, of course, every morning that I'm up, I have a michelada with NA beer. So that's what I'm having today. In this cup that I've had for like over 2 years now, this Kia Forum cup that has just been perfect, absolute perfect for micheladas.
it looks to be a good cup.
Yeah, I'm pro that cup. And speaking of the Kia Forum, from which I got that cup, I'm going to the Kia Forum tonight.
Ooh, nice. Who you
Yeah.
watching?
Now, when I first thought of this, I thought this was a very strange card. But when I started rationalizing, I figured it out that it was actually an interesting card. So I'm going to see Santana, and playing with Santana is counting crows. Right?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, there's guitars involved, so I mean,
But
there's so,
yeah, on paper, it seems like a very strange, card. But the more I look at it, they're both from the Bay Area. So that's the only thing that I can think of is they're like, well, we're both from the Bay Area. Let's just go out on tour together, and you know,
yeah. They ran into each other like somewhere. Like, hey, what are you doing this summer? Okay, what about you? Nothing. But why don't we do something together? Sure.
exactly. So, and they're like, let's go on tour. So, I got these tickets through something that I've always talked about, which is Vet Tix, and I was just like, I just threw my hat in the ring. I was like, well, if I get them, I get them. If not, it's no big thing to me. So I threw my hat in into the lottery and I won. So I was like, I guess I'm going. So it's a concert that I never anticipated on going to, but because I'm getting free tickets, I'm gonna go.
As you should. As you should.
Yeah, and I just happen to have the most randomest Wednesday off in the world, of extreme rarity. So I was like, man, everything just fell in place for me to go do this. So I I got no complaints.
That's awesome.
Yeah, then I got to be at work late. On they're like, "Oh yeah, Thursday you have to be in late." I'm like, "This just lines up so perfect. I have to go. The world is telling me. The universe is saying, "Albert, you must go watch this."
Yeah. So, like, what do? You just take the 2 mile walk?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I get my workout in.
Yeah.
That's how I justify a workout. I'm like, "Okay, look. It's 2 miles there. I'll go and I'll walk." And then the hardest part is just to walk back. The walk back kind of always sucks. But and that's only just because it's like really dark, and the area that I walk through at night is kind of sketchy. So that's the only kind of I guess bad thing. But it makes me walk faster because I'm like I gotta hurry up and get home, you know. And
In the swivel.
yeah, definitely. Because usually I would wear like headphones or something like that just to keep me occupied. But I'm like, no, I need my full like my full wits about me at night when I'm walking.
I was gonna say that like you shouldn't wear any headphones or anything. You gotta just keep, you know, or you have one in and one out. I mean, if you have like the ones like I have, you can leave one out, so you still have one listening to the world while you still kind of like, okay, I still got something in my ear to just keep your mind going.
Yeah, you used to walk at night, like late at night too, like 3, 4 in the morning, right? Back home.
Uh-huh.
How long of a walk was that? Like 2 miles, 3 miles?
Was it just over two? I think I did the. I It took me like 35 minutes. So yeah, it's just over 2 miles.
35 minutes? Man, it takes me an hour for 2 miles. It's a very leisurely stroll.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I mean, you gotta take lights into consideration as well, because then you start picking up people traffic because people are walking and you're like, excuse me, like walk behind people.
Yeah.
It's like there's nobody out at 3, 4 in the morning in fucking West Covina. And if it is, it's somewhere, so keep walking.
Yeah. So we've talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning again is that we've been on break, and partly because of scheduling, but most partly David's been on tour for a bit, and you just did the Comic Con, right?
Yeah, that was well, it's not just, but it's been a couple weeks now. But yes, it's I went from Oregon, doing a music festival in Oregon, straight into Comic Con. Like I literally landed at the airport in San Diego and went straight to the convention center and started working.
And,
So,
and anything interesting happened at Comic Con?
um, not that I was a part of. Like I know I have cool things. I get to see like the up and coming trailers to like The Simpsons and Family Guy. Uh, the Treehouse of Horror is going to be really good this year for. It looks to be really good this year for Simpsons. Um, I met Seth Green,
No way.
Patton Oswalt. I got to talk to Patton Oswalt for a little bit. I talked to that dude from Power. Um, I had to talk to Common for a little bit because I walked one of his people and I was like, hey, just this is what I did. He's like, all right, cool, thanks. All right. It's like it's so in passing, like,
Yeah.
cool, go. Because you can't sit there like, hey, now we're friends, right? No.
You want to be on the pod?
Yeah. Um, who else? Then they showed Wolverine Deadpool the movie, which I still need to watch.
Wait. They showed the entire thing.
They showed the entire movie in Hall H. So
Wow.
uh, they did the they did the trailer for Romulus, and I got myself a face. You saw that on my Instagram,
Yeah. Yeah. That was cool.
so I got one of those. They Marvel after the movie, after showing Wolverine and Deadpool, they had I don't know if you've seen it on the internet the drone show that they had after.
No.
So they had this really awesome drone show where they broke like the Guinness World Record for most drones, like 26,000 drones there
Jeez.
with pyro. I didn't even know drones had pyro.
Yeah.
So you had like this gigantic Wolverine and his claws come out and they go, "Sink."
That's
And then
cool.
like they had a huge Galactus. It was really dope. I was already in my room. I didn't give a shit because I was like, I fucking worked 14 hours. I want to go sit. I want to go fucking lay down. I think that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of cool things that happen at Comic Con. It's just sort of like I'm too fucking tired to care. Like, it doesn't involve me.
You weren't caring when Robert Downey Jr. Came out and did became Doom. David, you there? I think David is paralyzed right now.
Who froze me?
Yeah, you froze.
I froze again. But now there's a dog next
Is that
to me. It says poor connection. Switch to audio only. No, I'm not. We're gonna stick with this. So yeah, I didn't hear your question.
it was?
You
It
get
was
stuck.
it was just about RDJ becoming Doctor Doom right there in Hall H.
That was big. So I actually kind of knew that before anybody else did. So in my room, one of the guys that was working, he's like, "Go to Hall H. You need to be in Hall H." I go, "I have to work." He's like, "You need to go Hall H." It's like you're not gonna want to miss it. So, and I was talking to my guys. I go, "Hey, so some big's happening, right?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, all I hear is some big's happening." They're like, "No, we know everything's going on." And sure enough, they didn't know that Robert Downey Jr. was going to be doomed. They didn't see that. It's like, yeah, that was awesome. I was like, "Ha! I knew something before you first.
You didn't know what, but you knew something.
You something. I didn't know the whole spiel anyway." So yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's good for the fans. It's really good for the fans. I think overall the fans had a really good time, um, as they always do. It's just, you know what? What's really trippy is I went into the exhibit hall. It's huge, it's an area, but there's so many people. And I'm a big guy and I'm not claustrophobic, but dude, there's a couple times where you get kind of like tensed up because there's like so many people. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is creeping me out. I was like, all right, I bought what I needed to buy. I'm out.
man, that is insane. On a side
There's
note, I did get to see Romulus, the movie. I don't know if you were able to see that movie as well.
um with the Wolverine Deadpool.
Well, you say you weren't able to. I saw Wolverine, Deadpool, and Romulus. So,
Oh, you either one of them.
oh man, both of them are fantastic. Um,
Really,
I
if this anything like Aliens.
the only thing that's alien about this aliens is that there's aliens. you know,
Okay, so it seemed to have a very similar like that. I saw like in the trailer the scene where the aliens like right in your face, kind of like when Sigourney Weaver had the alien in
yeah,
her face,
yeah.
and that it took me back so much. And I was like, dude, did they just reboot it? I was like, ah,
No, actually, this takes place between 1 and 2.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's the caveat to this.
I think I need to watch Covenant. I still haven't watched Covenant, and is before Alien, right?
Right, right.
But there's one before that,
With this Prometheus.
Prometheus. So there's Prometheus, Covenant, Alien, Romulus, Aliens, and then they didn't get any. They just kept the alien name with it.
Yeah, exactly. And what's weird about this entire thing is that nothing can kill aliens, not even a bad box office. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they've had a few flops and they're like, we're still bringing these aliens back. So,
Because there's a world for it. You know what I mean? There is a world of alien fans. Like Aliens to me is still like one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time. Aliens. I must say Alien. I haven't watched Alien in such a long time. I can't take what it did for the franchise and what it did for science fiction. But watching Aliens as a child, that movie was like the epitome, like everything. It had the guns and and the suspense and aliens,
the Space Marines.
space marines, yeah,
Gotta have,
SpaceX.
yeah, gotta have Space Marines. Also, with that, the aliens, um, I just figured this out. His It's not only sci-fi, but it's horror sci-fi. Did you ever take that into account?
Um, I didn't, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I get. I guess I don't see it as horror sci-fi. It's but I mean, because you start splitting hairs, it's like it's a drama because there's dramatic scenes and there's it's action, and then what? It's like there's probably a love story in there, right? Where she was.
Not really. There's not.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it's not a sci-fi romance.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's my biggest thing about movies. There always has to be some sort of romance happening. Somebody, and I'm just like, dude, like romance doesn't happen every day, especially in my life. So why why does it happen in these stupid movies? You know?
yeah. I don't know, but no, I want to watch it. I actually may watch it. No, I can't watch it. My wife won't watch sci-fi with me.
Not even if it's horror. Aren't women into horror?
My wife loves horror with her eyes closed. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. It
It
does.
literally does, she literally does this during anything, and I look over, just like, oh, the whole point is the scare. It's the scare, right? Yeah.
Well, get ready
Well,
because there's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. It's gonna be like this. She's gonna be like this, and then like this to you. We both can't look.
ooh, okay.
So that's that and Wolverine are the two movies that I'm like, yeah, these were definitely must. If there's two movies that you have to see, over the week, those are two definitely. A long week as well as of course we are in the midst of Labor Day weekend, and I find it ironic because I rarely ever labor on Labor Day, so um, it's fine for me.
Yeah, I mean, I uh, I am good. I haven't labored since Comic Con, so it's been one long Labor Day weekend for me.
As long as we don't wear white after Labor Day. That's that is the other key. I don't know why.
I don't, I don't really have a lot of white clothes. I do security, it's all black.
Yeah. Speaking of security, while we were gone, a lot has happened. They almost killed a former president, and
Yes, yes. God, I forgot it seems
right,
so.
it's like all of us have already forgotten about it.
Hey, just get over it. Like all the school shootings, just get over
We sent thoughts and prayers, but that was it.
it. First. Oh man, I thought we talked about this. Did we not talk about this?
We haven't talked since. Did we? I don't know, but well, it's worth repeating just one more time, I guess.
Oh, you know what? It wasn't you. I think I had this conversation with other people. Like, dude, I mean, that was some of the worst securing ever. Like, I couldn't believe how open he was. I was like, this is the Secret Service. This is what people like the upper echelon. Like, fuck. Like they let this dude just be an open target. I was like, how did that happen? There were so many balls, man. There's so like I'm not even like military trained or anything, and I'm like, man, just in my own security sense of mind, I go there were like so many gaps and everything. You know, it's funny because like we legitimately like we'll go around and like look for the holes. Like, oh, there's a hole right here. Gotta fix this. There's a hole right here. Gotta fix this. Um, it's just terrible. It was just terrible, terrible. I mean, I don't, I'm I'm sad that somebody did lose their life in that situation. It was a terrible situation, and I'm glad that he's okay. I don't like the dude, but that's not. Not cool, B. It's not cool. You know, is that the first assassination attempt since Reagan?
That we know of, I want to say.
That we've seen like in the public eye. Yeah, yeah, because like I remember the Reagan one. Not that I really remember it, like as far as it happening in the moment, but I remember seeing stuff of it. You know, so
There was the G Dub shoe incident in which a reporter threw a shoe at G Dub. So I don't know what that counts as, but
I know. Yeah, I mean, he hit him with the Austin Powers.
yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, um, what the hell? I don't know. I said I when I was in Oregon, there was like a lot of fires going around. Like it was crazy. Like the half the state was on fire, and we saw those fighter plane, those like water planes going like every 20 minutes, flying overhead. Like, oh, there's another one, and people are still partying out. It's like, yeah,
Jeez.
you get bronchitis from all this smoke.
Yeah. And
Oregon,
speak
nice though. Oregon's nice. There's no fucking like sales tax. Whatever the price is, that's the price.
I know I if someone ever said you have to leave California, I believe Oregon would be the state that I would move to. I'm like, well then I'm Oregon, you know. So
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I'd want to if I left the state. Oregon would be one of them. I think Oregon would be a state that, like, I don't know. I'm very accustomed to my California weather and living. I mean, it's been warm, but not like Texas hot or Nevada or like Arizona hot. Like that's heat. That is gross. Like can't leave the pets outside. Just come back to a corpse. It's fucking hot.
yeah. And it's been so hot here that for 1 week I had to have my fan on. I couldn't believe it. I was like
Man,
my fan in my bed my boudoir.
do you have it like next to the window so it's blowing the air
No,
from the
it's
window?
it's on top.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah, my ceiling fan.
okay.
It was very demure. Demure? Demure, I guess.
Maybe you
Yes. Um Speaking of which, sports.
let's get right into
We missed
it.
we you know what? I almost want to say that we missed all the Olympics. Like
We did. We missed everything.
the one hot time for sports, we were completely off.
Jesus. I did see. I didn't watch a lot of Olympics, but like I just happened to flip it on, right? And it was the men's 400 final. That guy Noah Lyles, that comeback victory, it was nuts, dude. He looked gassed at the turn. Like he looked like he was struggling. And his stride would look horrible, but he just kept gaining on people. It was weird. But it was a great race. It was one of those moments where you're like, I'm glad I saw it. I was glad I was a part of it. And this is why we have the Olympics.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see that much. Is it just me or like there just wasn't that much Olympics on to see, or I was just working so much that usually, I'll change it to channel 4 and watch like an hour. Then I'm like, all right, I got to go to bed. So to me, this year didn't really seem that important to me. It was really odd.
I don't know. I mean, when it's in different countries, it makes things difficult because, of when they're playing theirs and how it correlates to time here. Like when I watch soccer, I can only watch soccer at certain times because like some of their games, like started like 5 a.m. here. So like, am I gonna really wake up at fucking 4:55 to watch a 5 a.m. game? You know what I mean? Not that I haven't done it, but
I'm like, well, it depends on how much you like the team. That if they're your team,
look at it this way. So the Olympics are coming to LA in 2028,
yeah,
and we have the World Cup coming here in 2026. So we actually get to watch real time kind of like soccer as opposed to like 3 a.m. soccer. And the Olympics, I hear the Olympics cover a very large area of Southern Cal. So like the equestrian, the horses and all this stuff, isn't the equestrian?
yeah,
I guess that's taking place in like Temecula from downtown. Like you think LA is downtown LA, but like
yeah.
no, it's everywhere. So it's bananas.
But that's good because like we're able to accommodate. Like all the hotels are going to be packed, but they're all going to be packed in different locations for that sport, so it's not all just converging on one little city. We're able to spread the load out throughout Southern California, um, to make sure that everybody gets a seat and that sport is being covered. I also heard that I want to say like two other sports are going to be held in the United States, but like not even in California. Like I forgot where.
I heard that. I heard that. I think I don't quote me on this, but it might be women's soccer or soccer, and it's like in Kansas City, like it's in Missouri.
Yes, and I'm cool
Yeah.
with that.
Hey, I mean, it's still in America, so it's cool. But yeah, so I kind of hope to be working the Olympics. I think kind of dope. Like 1 month solid of work.
Right? You'll be an Olympian security guard. You know.
Oh, I'm not. I wouldn't do security. I do transportation.
Oh, okay.
I like
I
nay
just
nay.
I just want to go into the Olympic Village and see all these condoms that everyone's talking about. You know,
See, they're fucking cardboard beds that they have that everybody sleeps
yeah.
on.
Like, feel free to sleep in my place. Like, I just live like 2 miles away. It's cool.
Airbnb, you can just shoot through the roof.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if I can. I could probably make some decent cash for that. Like, but I call it Airbnb. You know what I mean? Like, come stay with me. I'll cook for you, and I have two. I have a futon and a couch. So that's easily three people or two people. You know.
You could. Like you could literally just like fucking stay at your mom's and just rent out your whole place for like a week, and that'll cover your mortgage for like 2 months.
I know. I know, but I have too much valuable stuff here. So as much as I would like to, I'd still have to feel a need to be here.
You don't trust foreigners.
No, I don't. And that's okay.
Okay, that's okay.
Especially when it's your house. Like a lot of Airbnbs are built to be Airbnbs, so they don't have anything valuable, anything really, anything. Whereas my place is like my place, you know what I mean? So it has like keyboards and guitars and recording equipment, internet equipment, and all that fun stuff. So if someone were to break in, I'm not saying that I'm the lotto here, but they'd get a nice jackpot
Yeah,
from my place. So yeah. What else is going on in sports? College football is literally moments away. I'm excited for this season as always. Love the college football. It's a good Saturday. This is the gift and the curse about college football. I had nothing to do on Saturday, so I was like, "Oh, I'll go swim." Perfect. But now that college football is about to hit, I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta swim and make sure that my team isn't playing, so I can." at least get a workout and then come back before then. So
But your team
yeah.
never like 1 o'clock
Yeah, they usually play about 12 or like 1, so um that's always a
because they don't usually have a 9 a.m. game.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And just watching football in general. Plus I invested in the second TV that I just, it really doesn't get that much use right now. And so I'm excited for it for once football starts because I could have a college two college games on or two football games on, and just really just sporting it up in my home.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I started paying for the live TV so that I have access to all the sports coming up. I know my wife is super excited about that.
The big sports fan that she is.
Yeah, college football starts this weekend, and then football the following weekend. So, have you seen the new dome thing? That's in LA. It's
The
like
in-
it's supposed to be the sphere, and it's just like this huge, like it's like basically like a dome, and it has you can watch sports on it, or they have like special scenes and stuff like like tornadoes. I don't know, liquid vision as they call it, but it's like it looks dope. It looks awesome. It's like going to the sphere without actually going to Vegas and spending so much more money than that.
yeah, I'm curious about that. No, I haven't seen it, but I thought you were talking about like the Intuit Dome, which just opened up, and which by the way, I'm never going to.
Why?
Dude, you're gonna think I'm weird, and well, you already knew, but
Yeah,
the this whole like facial recognition thing that you gotta sign up for and do, just to walk around the Intuit Dome, it kind of freaks me out. That's too much, for me.
I like that you feel like you're not already on facial recognition everywhere.
I like to believe I'm not.
Yeah, but working for the NFL while we were in Vegas, like I told you this, right? You can't gamble. So our faces, because we're employees of the NFL for that time being, like when we get our badges, we just show up and take a picture and it goes, all right, here's your badge because it has our facial recognition. And every hotel casino in Vegas has our picture to make sure that we're not gambling. And if we get caught gambling, like I can't even sit at a slot machine waiting for somebody because they'll
Wow.
think I'm so like yeah, it's like our faces are everywhere. Man. Our faces are everywhere. They have that new app. Have you seen that app? Like you put a picture of yourself, it'll show you your picture on every picture that's on the internet.
What? No.
hmm There's an app now where, like, if you just upload a picture of yourself, it'll just shoot up every picture you're on, and like if it's on somebody else's, like somebody else posted a picture of you from high school, and like, oh man, there I am right there, like that type of thing. It's not even one of yours. It's like your face on everything that's on the internet.
Jeez, that's scary.
Yeah,
We're living in crazy times, man. Crazy times.
yeah it's 1984 slash
Yes.
slash Terminator. Yeah,
Yeah, which by the way, I believe they're coming out with a new Terminator or like a new Terminator series or something like that. Did you see that?
and Terminator Zero. I think it looks awesome. It's actually supposed to come out at the end of this month. I think actually like tomorrow. Ooh, now you got me all excited. Uh, yeah, Terminator Zero. It's a animated version of Terminator, so you can do so much more.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah. Budgets, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to see that. I just saw that there's gonna be a Lord of the Rings cartoon movie coming out as well. So
okay.
I'm down with that. It's like the Battle of Rohan or something like that. So I'm like, oh, let's do it.
Have you watched the Rings of Power?
I saw the first season. I know the second season is supposed to be out any moment now. So I'll probably watch that. 'Cause I'm a big Lord of the Rings geek, so I'm down with it.
How was the first season?
First season was boring. I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm like, because it's Lord of the Rings and maybe something cool will happen. Nothing cool happened. Uh, so, but now I'm just like stuck. I'm like, well, it's Lord of the Rings, and I have to support this just so
It,
I can get more Lord of the Rings. It's a
yeah,
necessary evil.
because eventually they'll come out with another movie, and you're like, no, I have to watch all this to catch up to what's going to happen here. And so this is before even The Hobbit, right? Because The Hobbit was before Lord of the Rings.
Right. This is the a prequel of a prequel of a prequel. So I want to say it's maybe 200 years um before The Hobbit.
Yeah.
So
I'll stick to Vox Machina on Prime.
yeah,
That's what.
is that what you're watching right now?
So it's there's new season supposed to be coming out. It's basically Lord of the Ring, an animated Lord of the Rings with dick and fart jokes.
I'm done with that.
Yeah, I highly recommend you'd enjoy it. You enjoy
Uh,
it.
Cobra Kai. The new season of Cobra. I haven't watched it yet because it's only a half a season, and then the rest of the season is going to come out like October or November. So I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait so I can just binge the whole thing.
My wife and I started watching Fire Country. We actually really like that show. It's a very emotional, like heartstring pulled fucking show.
Is that CBS show where like the guy is like in prison and then he has to go fight fires or something like that?
Yeah, like we started watching it because like we start running out of shows, right? Like, all right, let's find a new show. Like, all right, let's do this one. Because I do anything I can to find a show that makes me not have to watch one of her shows that she watches like over and over again, like
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls or Dawson's Creek.
Oh, I love Dawson's
You don't love Dawson's Creek. You love the fucking what's her name?
Creek. Katie Holmes.
Yeah,
She
that's
has a name. All right.
yes, Mrs. X Cruz.
Yes. Yes. She's so tall. I follow her on the Instagram too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
her Pieces of April movie just hit like 20 years or something like that. So the 20-year anniversary of Pieces of April, which I'm sure you've watched and seen.
Yes, it sounds so familiar. It's like I just watched it yesterday.
Um, what else is going on in sports? By the way,
I love our sports. I love them. They're so amazing. They're so in depth.
I know.
It's good. We did football. Soccer is in full season now. There's back. The Champions League draws tomorrow. Uh, Baseball is still going.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. We're in the final stretch. This is where baseball starts to. I know baseball's amazing, but this is where it gets more amazinger. This is this is the final stretch of where it's just even even more delicious. I can't wait.
Uh, yes, baseball season is winding down to get into the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, sports is happening. Sports are happening.
Yes, and of course, the the
Pauses.
the
What's
coup de grace of sport is October. You know, that is where you have all the sports all fighting for your heart. You got the baseball, you got the basketball, you got the football, the hockey. It's the best month for sports in any month.
I
I'm
didn't think
excited.
about that.
I'm excited. I can't that October and this is my only thing. Halloween has already invaded August. Like I walked in and there's already Halloween stuff everywhere. And I'm like, is Halloween the new Christmas where, like we just overlook. um, Thanksgiving and Veterans Day.
I
Where
think Thanksgiving is like such like the in between. It's like it's the middle child. It really is like my favorite holiday, but it's the middle child compared to everything else.
yeah.
Because the the young sexy people love Halloween, and then all the parents and children love like Christmas. It's just us badasses that love. We're the in between. We're not sexy. We're not family oriented.
But I mean, but it's all day football. You know what I mean? So
It
you
is.
know it's a good football day too.
It is a good
And
football day.
you know, real quick too, did you see this? Are they going to start having Friday football games too?
Probably. I don't know. I mean, like Tuesday is like the only day you don't have a fucking game on.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Even that, I think. Well, you have college football like on Wednesdays. I think.
Right. Right. I think I just saw that on Peacock or something. Some stupid streaming platform that they're gonna start doing a Friday game, and I'm like, dude, like pretty soon. I liked it when it was just Monday, Sunday, and then Thursday. Thursday, well, I was like, well, okay, it's the end of the week, but all right, I was cool with it. But especially cool like when it was just after Thanksgiving. It was like once Thursday came for Thanksgiving, then they just said, okay, we're gonna have a Thursday game for from Thanksgiving and on, which is only like 4 or 5 games more to the end of the season. But then they're like, let's just have a Thursday game every Thursday. And then I was like, all right, cool, all right. There was already a precedent, so okay, but now it's just more and more all these games, which I'm for, but now you have to have a streaming platform in order to do that. They're not gonna just put it on regular TV.
But Friday football works for the bar though, right? Like you get a
Oh,
couple extra people at the bar. So I mean, look at it that way. I think they're doing that because they're adding more games. Like I think they went to a 17 game season. I don't know if they were extending it to 18, but I know now that it's 17 games. I think to try to alleviate the pressure of scheduling, let's just put an extra day of football
I guess if it must happen.
if it must.
Yeah. And I guess that concludes our sports segment.
Yeah, we talk about movies and sports too. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Last call for topics. Any topic you wish to discuss while we were away?
No, I mean, I'm just glad I got to be here on with you. I think once we get our sea legs back, we can kind of start working on our scheduling again. Even though our scheduling has now changed again,
Yeah.
got to work on that, and then kind of go from there.
You know what would fix our schedule, ladies and gentlemen? Money. If we got paid for this, then guess what?
All the time.
Guess what? We'll make time. We'll like, hey, we're getting paid for this, but we're not. But if you want to help, donate. Log on to drinkstowordsby.com. And from there, guess what? You can donate and share the love and help us to make more shows because then we were like, well, we missed a month. Oh well.
Well,
We'll feel more responsible.
we won't be all like days. We're like, yeah, maybe not today.
Yeah. We do miss you, but I mean, if we got paid, we wouldn't. We would be on time every time. So yeah, log on to drinkswordsby.com. Smash that donation button, as the kids say. But don't be demure, the whatever about it. Just donate, donate today. And since you're already there, go ahead and send us an email or slide in the DM on our IG and, get some clips from past shows. And actually, I just got a text from a buddy of mine who just started watching us on YouTube. So he likes the program. So um, yeah, so if you're not watching us on YouTube, go ahead and click the banner on our website, and it'll take you there. I will give you the link, but the link is like 0, 1, 4, 3, 5, like 20 number digits. It's not very internet savvy, if you will. So just click the banner on drinkstowardsby.com and and take us anywhere you go. And of course, you audio people, you guys are the ones that really listen. So take us anywhere and click the links to all of our digital streaming platforms and take us anywhere you go. And that would be very, very cool. Um Anything else, David, before we part ways?
Not for me. Not now. I'm good right now.
Okay. Well, guys, that's the show, and it's now time for final cheers. So, David, what are we cheersing to today?
Um, so I just found out a some one of the bars I used to go to when I was working in Anaheim. One of the bartenders passed away. So sending cheers to Chris. He was a really good guy. Uh, I'm not sure what happened. I just kind of like caught it in social media passing, but he was always a really cool guy. So cheers to him.
Mm. All right, my final cheers, is gonna go out to to water. I've been swimming lately, so I'm not talking drinking. I'm talking just like water you swim in. It's been a interesting process, to get to this point because man, there are days I just don't want to swim, but like today I was like, I have a day off. I might as well just go and check it out. And I get in the water and I start swimming, and then, for a little bit everything's cool. So my cheers, I guess to swimming pools, I guess, is really the cheers. So cheers to swimming pools. You guys are the real heroes. Oh man, delish.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drinks to Words by David. Kick them out.
Good night, everybody.
Later.
Bye, guys.